Missy, this is how you make my famous lasagna. So you need one brown onion, medium or large, 2 carrots, finely chopped, same as the onion, and then with the garlic, I use the whole garlic, so finely chopped as well. You need maybe half a kilo of mince. You also need pepper, salt, instant lasagna pasta sheets. You also need tomato paste. I like the non-salt reduced one. And then this is just a normal pasta sauce. No flavoring, just plain pasta sauce. In a big pot, in sort of medium to high heat, you're gonna put some extra virgin olive oil. Now you're gonna put the onion in, and you kind of just want to sweat it off. You don't want to caramelize it. Okay, stir that for a good 1 minute or so. Let it cook a little bit before we garlic. And your heat should still be medium high. The only time you kind of turn it low is when we simmer everything for a good 20 minutes so that it gives it intense flavor. But for now, we're going to keep it to medium high. We're going to add our 2 carrots in. You kind of want to cook the carrot in at least halfway before you put the meat in. So give it a good 3 to 5 minutes before you put the meat in. Now we're going to add some garlic powder, and this is just to enhance the flavor. You don't have to do this, I just like to. So I'm going to just sprinkle a little bit of garlic powder. And I'm going to put a little bit of onion powder, but a little bit more onion than garlic. But I love garlic, so I'm just going to add a bit more anyways. Okay, so mix that in. The carrots are looking like they're half cooked. I feel like it's pretty much ready to put the meat in now. So we're going to dump the meat in. So now we're going to just brown the meat and kind of use your spatula and kind of break it up. It's going to cook faster, and you don't have to try to break it up afterwards. Me and him, we get along. So now we're going to add some oregano, and I like to add this in while the mince is in, so you don't burn the leaves, but it kind of meshes into the meat. And I put a pretty generous amount because we're using kind of plain sauce, so I'm adding my own flavor to it. So I tend to put maybe a quarter of this, maybe a good tablespoon. I do like to add a bit of salt and pepper before I put the sauce in. Put some pepper in there too. Okay, so now after the meat is brown, you're going to put a whole sort of yogurt size container. Now you're going to put the whole bottle of pasta sauce. So you're just going to pour that in. You can add a little bit of water as well. Swish it around the bottle, put some more in there. It's all right. This is the time where we start to put the fire on low, because we're going to let this simmer. We're going to get the tomatoey taste out of the tomato sauce, get the acidic flavor out before you taste it. So you need to know whether you're going to put more salt, pepper or sugar in there. If it gets still too acidic-y, you can put some sugar in it. I'll click on the mince, give it a good stir in the bottom so they don't get stuck. I'm going to do the roux, and basically this is the bechamel sauce. It's the base of the bechamel sauce. Another one. Then just use a whisk, and it will start to turn into kind of a paste as well. Paste. Make sure your fire is low, and then once it starts sort of thickening up, that's when you can add the milk. Make sure you don't burn the butter, because then that's going to be the taste of it, and I'm about to burn it. So now you're going to add some Parmesan cheese. This is freshly grated. And then the sauce is going to thicken a little bit more. And if it gets too thick, just add more milk. I'm going to whisk it. I'm going to add 2 types of cheese. I'm going to do the normal tasty cheese, which is like the standard cheese, and Parmesan for that sort of authentic cheesy taste. So you're going to whisk that. It's going to melt. So the sauce is going to thicken. And that's when you're going to add a little bit more milk as well. And we're going to add another type of cheese as well. So And you need to leave some for on top of the lasagna. So I'm just going to put a handful, maybe a bit more. A generous amount of salt in there. Put some black pepper. And you always want to start with the meat bottom first. I usually do about 2 scoops a layer. Now I'm going to get these pasta sheets, and I like the curly ones because the curly ones catches the sauce more. So now you're going to put another layer of meat sauce. So a good scoop. And now you're going to put your 1 layer of cheese. Okay. Now you're going to put more pasta sheets on. 1 layer. Put more meat sauce. So now you're going to sprinkle grated cheese on top of this, and you make sure you preheat your oven to maybe like 180 degrees, and you're going to put this in, I don't know, about 40 minutes, 30 minutes.